up, guys? It's been a minute since I made a video. This winter in general is just kind of taking me out of the game. Like, just really killed my motivation, you know? I mean, I was just out west, right, for 4 or 5 years. Some of you guys know that, right? You see my journey. I was out there. I was tenting, backpacking. Sorry about the background noise. That's what I got to deal with right now. There's a cat playing with a bag over there. The furnace just turned on. It's about to get a lot louder. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I was out west, right? It's just crazy, you know. I just been thinking about my whole journey and like that whole transition. You guys seen it, you know. That's why I wanted to make this channel, is because, you know, there's so many aspects of a person's life that people don't get to see, because people like to portray themselves in a certain way, and they don't want you to see anything else. They just want you to see their Facebook posts about them balling and doing all this stuff. In reality, you know, they're suffering in many different ways, they're struggling in many different ways, but they don't realize they're trying to hide all those things because they feel exposed, or they feel like somebody could use that as leverage, like use it as leverage against them, you know? But you gotta think, right? All the struggles and all the things that you've been through in your life, all the trials and tribulations, think about it. All of that stuff that you went through, you didn't like that, right? You hated that. That was not good. That was not a good time of your life, right? So think about that. There's people that are going to go through that and experience that, and you could save them from that experience if you were to just give your, you know, if you were to just put yourself out there and say, listen, I did this, I've been through this, you know, this is the conclusion, this is what I learned from this. I hope, you know, making this video helps somebody, you know what I mean? Like, in the end of the day, there's two kinds of people. There's people that say, oh, just let it slide, don't worry about it, it's not your problem, blah, blah, blah. That's what the majority of people do, is they always tend to, to me, it's the coward's way out. It's an easy way out to just let everything fucking slide and not say anything or do anything about anything. But you also have to have balance. You can't just be a freak all the time, freaking out on everything that you think is flawed or isn't right too, because, you know, you don't want to get in that frame of mind. You know what I'm saying? I get carried away sometimes and stuff, but I'm only a human in the end of the day, and I recognize that. So I have lots to learn still, you know. So everything that I end up learning in my life, I end up trying to give it for free to people. When I was young, growing up, this is the #1 rule, okay? Never, ever expose yourself in any way possible, because the enemy is actively seeking to destroy you at all times. Alright, so I wouldn't make videos like this. I wouldn't go on YouTube, I wouldn't go on Facebook, none of that stuff, because I think you know why, but like, in the end of the day, you know what I mean? Now is a different time, you know? It's a different time, and it's time to use what I've learned to help other people, because it just don't make no sense to me, you know what I mean? I used to be like that, like, hush hush, whatever. Some guys, you know, whatever, like, just don't intervene, don't get involved, don't address anything, don't say anything, stay out of it, your life will be easier. You know, who said that life was supposed to be easy? You know what I mean? Like, this is a war, bro. This is a real life. You know what I mean? This isn't just play it safe all the way through and just mind your own business and stay in the corner. You know what I mean? You will live longer. You might live longer. You might, you know, address a situation. You might see a cop beating somebody up, and you say, hey, that's wrong. What are you doing? Get off. And then he pulls a gun out and blows your fucking head off. If you just didn't intervene with that situation and stayed in your own zone and just didn't, you know, just minded your own business, you would still be alive. But here's the difficult part with that. You can't live your whole life living in fear that something bad is going to happen if you address something, or you stand up for truth, or if you stand up for righteousness, or if you stand up for what's real to you. Now, of course, this cat is going to, you know, cry at the door. It always comes down here. Every time I open the door, it runs down here, it makes a bunch of noise, and then goes to the door and starts crying for an hour. But hold on one sec. Be right back. Anyway, so yeah, like, when I was out west, like I said, most of my life I kept the hush hush, stayed to mind my own business, stick to the script, stick to the code, and that was the right thing to do at that time in my life. You know what I'm saying? At that time in my life. Now that I'm 27 years old, I'm blessed to be alive. I am so great. I was just walking to get a coffee, and you know what I said? Like, I'm struggling. You know what I mean? I'm still struggling. Life is a struggle for all of us. We're all struggling. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy. I thought people that were like grateful and happy, there's a difference in between people that are grateful and happy and people that just ignore reality and just live in their own happy, fake la la land and eat Paxil and Prozac to stay happy, like in a false reality, not really looking at reality, you know what I mean? And that keeps them happy and flamboyant, but that's not the way to go either, you know. But then there's, you know, and there's people that address things, you know what I mean, that are more of a realist and stuff like that. But you got to find a balance. That's all it is. You can't be one or the other and stay like that, because that's not how things work. You're going to be missing out on a lot of things if you're only going to stick to one side. You don't realize, you know what I mean? But and it shortens your perception. You're unable to see a full picture of what's going on. I'm having a hard time finding the words. I haven't made a video in a while either, but right now I'm in thinking mode, so I'm quiet again because I have to build right now, you know. But yeah, what I was saying is I'm walking to go get my coffee, and I walked around a corner, and for no reason I'm just like, thank you God for my life. I'm so grateful and I really genuinely had a moment of happiness. Like, you're probably looking at me like, this guy's on fucking drugs. First of all, I only smoke weed. If you think that's a drug, you're brainwashed. But other than that, yeah, I was so grateful. And those moments of, I've never had that in my life. I've always been miserable, angry, tunnel vision, you know. But now I took myself out of an environment where I could grow and develop as a man, as a human being, and I could loosen up a little bit. Because where I come from, only the strong survive. You know what I mean? You have to be a dominant alpha, male, female, whatever you are. It's very hostile, you know, and you can't grow. There's no fucking way. You know what I mean? I knew that because I was normal at one point in time. Well, whatever you want to call normal. I was a good kid at one point in time. I was an innocent child, and I grew up in a place that distorted me and altered me in a way that made me not who I was born as. You know, we were born innocent, and as a child, becoming an adult doesn't mean all of a sudden you become a piece of shit. It's the world around you that develops you. It's the influence, it's an outside influence. If you lived in the forest all your fucking life and you never got introduced to a city, cigarettes, drugs, pornography, fucking strip clubs, gangsters, drugs, all that shit, the way of life in a city that you have to survive if you come from the bottom, you have no family, no parents. If you would just grow up in the forest, you wouldn't be fucking talking like me, you wouldn't be acting like me, you wouldn't be thinking like me, you would be innocent. Even as an adult, if you grew up in the forest from a child all the way up, you know what I mean? I mean, not necessarily, but yeah, if you were by yourself, okay, I'm not talking about like an African, you know, cannibalism village out in the middle of the forest. There's still influence around you. That's culture that you were born into. They think of that as a culture where they are out in the fucking mountains and shit, cannibal, all that weird ass shit. But it's all about influence. If you were to be by yourself from child all the way up, which is impossible, you need somebody to take care of you, but I'm trying to explain it, you know what I mean? Like, it's influence that changes and alters us. Like I said, you would still be that innocent child as an adult all the way up. if you weren't influenced from an outside influence, you know what I mean? So it's like, but yeah, I just have these moments feeling grateful, and I never had that before, you know? And it goes back to me saying about how, I kept very quiet most of my life. I was a quiet kid, you know what I mean? And then, I grew up, around messed up shit, and the code taught me to shut your fucking mouth, don't be a snitch, mind your own fucking business, stick to the script, never take the same way home twice. I was cooking coke at 14, 15. My dad taught me how to cook cocaine with fucking baking soda. When I was 14 years old, I was answering the door, breaking off 40 pieces to fucking crackheads, and they were asking me if they could smoke, if they could do a blast in the apartment. And I used to hustle them and say, if you want to come in and smoke, which is not allowed. None of you fucking fiends are coming in here smoking your shit. Buy your shit, get the fuck out of here. That was what I was taught. I was told to be firm like that. Be hostile, be no mercy, no compassion. And I would hustle them and say, okay, you want to smoke, you can go in the bathroom, but that's going to be your next $10, straight up. I got to make some money off this. Either they're going to pay me the 10 and fucking wig out in the bathroom and stay in the bathroom and blow it out the window. And yeah, that's what that's the environment I grew up at, 14, So it's like, I grew up quiet. I learned a lot. I'm lucky to be alive. I've been to the darkest corner that you could possibly be in. I've seen the darkest, scariest, most evil shit. Okay? I've been around fucking big monster, tatted up juice monkey, fucking psycho killers with manslaughter charges. Okay? And they're telling me how this shit fucks you up, like, later in life. You don't realize it. Hearing this shit, being exposed to these type of things, people don't understand until they've been through it. I've had fucking gangsters tell me that to break a man, they have raped a man and barked in his ear like a dog. Okay? And this is coming from someone that is like fucking 6'8". I'm looking up and he's a Mack truck, fucking tuts, fucking, one of those fucking crazy fucking goofs, you know what I mean? But I've been around that shit all my life, and these people are fucking serious, bro. They're not. It's not a joke. It's not for pretend. You know what I mean? It's real. But I've been around that shit all my life since a kid. So now is my time to do what I'm doing right now. And that's another thing, like, to be resilient, right? You can't always be resilient, you know what I mean? But it's a frame of mind, it's a state of mind, it's a way of life, you know what I mean? It's like, for example, I quit smoking and drinking for a year. I have just went back to smoking, I didn't think that could happen after I did a year. I was like, I'm not fucking this up, I worked hard for this, you know what I mean? But outside influence. When I was in BC, I was by myself for years. By myself. Floating around, tenting, backpacking, 24 hours a day, 365. I was alone. I did not hang out with people. I wasn't trying to make friends. You know what I mean? I was going through an experience, and I had no outside influence. I wasn't around people drinking, smoking. I come back out here to the gutter compared to where I was at, and I'm around it 24/7 again, and I'm like, fuck, this sucks, man, and then I started getting depressed, I started getting stressed out, and then it's right there, right in front of you when you need it, because of influencers around me. Unfortunately, if you want to have a good life, your quality of life, your standard of living is not going to be everybody else's. So you will never achieve what you're trying to achieve if there's people in your life that are doing the opposite of what you're trying to achieve. And there's nothing wrong with them doing that. Everybody has their own life and their own, standard of living, right? And what they want for their future, right? So, which is fine. But me, you know, I seen it all, and I want out of it. You know, my dad died, 49 years old, from emphysema, from smoking. It's hereditary. I'm playing Russian roulette right now. But you see, this channel is still going to be here. Whatever my future entails, people are going to see it and learn from it. And they're going to be like, damn, you know, I'm glad that I seen this video. You know, I'm glad that I heard him say that. You know what I mean? Because it's going to save you from a lot of things you don't need to go through. So right now, I need to focus again on being resilient. You know, getting rid of this. I don't even want to drink coffee. That's poison. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't drink coffee for years. What am I doing right now? I have no clue. I'm drinking coffee. It's not good. Every day it's making me sick. Like, the sugar amount can make you can become diabetic from drinking too much sugar or having too much sugar. Not natural sugar, right? And I'm smoking. You know, I've been drinking more. I've realized that more often am I having a beer. You know, when I have a beer, I'll go, and my excuse is, I want some wings. I want some wings. So with wings comes a beer. You know, because you're going to the pub, first of all. I have a history of alcoholism. It's in my blood, my family, my mom, my dad, everybody. But it's so easy to slip back into that, and I said that on a video like a month ago on a live, right? And I'm saying how, okay, yeah, I stopped for a year, I touched this, but I have control over it. But I said, right after that, I said, but that is not an excuse to go near this shit, because you will lose control. It will ultimately win over you. You do not have the willpower and the power that you think you do over these things, okay? And if you play with that, you will be consumed and destroyed by what you thought you could not be destroyed and consumed by. It's happened to me, and I'm the strongest, most intelligent, fucking experienced person that I know, pretty much. Like, you know what I mean? And still, you can get God. You know what I mean? So, see, things like this, people need to hear this, bro. I need to hear this. I'm talking to myself. Literally, I'm on a camera, I'm talking to myself in a basement, like, you know what I mean? But in the end of the day, somebody's gonna see this video and be like, damn, yeah, real talk, like, I'm quitting cigarettes today, fuck that, you know what I mean? Like, damn, see? Or you just had a cigarette the other day and you've quit for a year and you're like, oh, it's no big deal, I know I have the power because I've quit for a year, you know what I mean? I can do it again. But don't say that to yourself. Understand that, yeah, you can, but don't say that, man, because yeah. Right. So, influence. Change your environment. I'm not saying anything's wrong with anybody around me. I love all my people. You know, anybody that gets to be near me is a good person. Regardless if they smoke, drink, whatever. They're a fucking good person at heart. You know what I mean? So, I will not allow anybody else around me unless it's on that level, because I've been around every type of slum type piece of shit you can imagine, and I value good people now, you know. So, and it's all about the influence. I realize this shit is real. I have to be very careful with my environment, my outside influence, because we're all easily influenced, whether we like to admit it or not. Say we aren't. I did it all, I said it all, I thought it all, and I'm still learning. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing with these videos. You know what I'm saying? And I get to connect with my people, you know, and it feels good. It does. It feels, it's fulfilling to make YouTube videos and talk to real people, you know. But yeah, how long is this video? Oh my god, 19 minutes? Damn, did it again. Sorry guys, but yeah, other than that, right now I'm just trying to focus on the next move. What's next? You know what I mean? I've dropped to a lower quality of life since I came back out east. I said that was gonna happen. I told you guys that, you know, where I'm from is not nice. Regardless of what you people in America think about Canada, you're only playing yourself. If you come out here, you're fucking your confidence will be taken out of you. You know what I'm saying? You won't think and feel the same way about Canada. If you've looked down, oh, it's safe, it's the safest place ever, oh, Toronto's the safest city. I'm telling you right now, those statistics are for fucking tourism, okay? Those statistics are put in place to continue the traffic and flow of fucking tourism. You guys don't fucking get it, okay? It is a fucking nasty, nasty scene, okay? It's getting worse everywhere. Hamilton, Kitchener, Waterloo, Toronto, all these places, it's getting fucked up. People from the States are coming from everywhere. Detroit, fucking Chicago, you know, and, you know, whatever, bro. It's, you got the Italian Mafia, HAs, you got fucking the triads out here. You got, these are the biggest fucking gangs in the world that run everything, and this is where they live, bro. Are you guys dumb? Bro, what do you think they do? They go fucking smash everything in the States, and then they come to Canada and hide out in the fucking mountains, bro. And then they breed and breed and breed. And now you got a generation of fucking Mafia, HA, young people my age, and you don't know that. So you mouth a fucking dude off my age at a bar or something, whatever, you get into a fight, next thing you know, you're getting fucking, you know, thrown in a fucking ocean with tied to a center block, bro. It's not a joke. That sounds far-fetched. That shit happens every fucking day out here. In BC and fucking wherever, like, because of shit like that. It's easy to step on the wrong toes because people think it's soft out here, people think it's safe. You're out of your fucking mind, bro. Of course it's less than fucking Compton. It's less than LA. Like, that's common fucking sense. Toronto is worse than fucking, you know, Kitchener. Like, there's always a worse place. It don't matter. But it's not fucking safe. I mean, I've been robbed for no reason. Like, people have tried to rob me for no reason. I've been standing at the bus stop waiting for the bus. You know, all of a sudden someone's going to walk by me and they grab me by the shirt and just swing at me for no reason, you know. I'm in a fight now. And this is happening all my life. It's pure chaos. And people think, oh, Canada's so nice and they're all nice people, and you're out of your fucking mind. You're gonna get punched out if you come here with that attitude. If you come here with that attitude, you know what I mean? It's, especially Americans, bro. I'm telling you right now, my dad and his brother used to smash the Americans, all the fucking punch them right out all the time from Buffalo. In Fort Erie, look it up, Fort Erie, Ontario, Canada. I was born there. When I was 1 year old, they moved to Hamilton, which is it's a big city. Fort Erie is a small, nice little town run by the bikers. Bikers run every fucking town in every city, it don't matter, in Canada, and everywhere. But yeah, they used to come from Buffalo. The Buffalo fucking bridge is right there. They used to come over and party at the little pubs there, and because of their attitude coming over, you know, my dad and his brothers used to fucking just smash them up because they think they're all fucking, oh yeah, fucking Canadian, you pussy. They come over, they get knocked the fuck out, robbed, fucking stabbed, shot in their face. Real talk, you know what I mean? But that's why I don't like that way of thinking and shit. But see, and that's another thing, you guys wouldn't know that if I didn't make these videos. Like, the majority of my views come from the United States and my subscribers. So this is cool for you guys because you get to see, or you know, somebody out here and see life, you know what I mean, and hear about it, and like, you know, but it's not like all these other fucking vloggers out here in Canada making it, oh yeah, I just went and drank some fucking tea at a little cafe, whatever, man. Like, yeah, you can portray it like that and make things look good. That's great. Nothing wrong with that. It's good to be positive, but I'm more of a realist. And there you go, you gotta find a balance. That's the thing. You can't just be a realist all the time and not find balance and positivity. You can't be fucking positive all the time and not be a fucking realist, because then you're just fooling yourself, like, you know what I mean? So it's just, you gotta find balance. That's where it comes down to. Like I said, this is my time to do this stuff. You know, I bought a $1,000 camera. You know, it was for $500. I talked him down to $400. You know what I mean? That was a big investment. $400 is big. I don't have a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I'm struggling, you know, but I'm still grateful for life, and I want to do YouTube. You know, that's what I want to do. I want to travel. I want to, you know, I don't see any other way for me. I don't see any other way for me. okay? Sure, I can get a job at McDonald's. Sure, I can get a job at, well, I mean, like I said, I made videos about that too. And I've been denied because of my criminal record from really basic places, which shocked me because before, it doesn't matter if you have a criminal record. You can work at Tim Hortons, you can work at Superstore, Value Village. All these places don't matter. Got a criminal record. Things are changing, bro. You're not, it's bad. It's getting bad. And I broke my fucking arm. I can't be one of these big fucking construction workers, skinhead fucking goofs that are pissed off all the time and beat their wives, okay? It's not of me. I can't be a working piece of shit, because I'm telling you right now, most people that work are fucking pieces of shit. I'm sorry to say it, but most people that work are fucking assholes. That way of life has turned them cold towards homeless, the lost, the broken, people on welfare, disability. Now they're sitting there saying, oh, you piece of shit, you live off my tax money, fuck you, blah, blah. It develops hate for no reason against these people are flesh and blood. They're the same as you, you know? It's terrible, bro, you know? But, fucking devastating, really. Just, and people think that's cool to be cold-hearted in this day and age. You guys are going fucking backwards, stupid. I started cold-hearted like a fucking savage because I had to be that way where I grew up. You don't always have to be that way, and if you do where you are, then you need to leave at a certain age. You need to grow the fuck up and evolve into the next fucking level of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you will never evolve to your fullest potential if you stay in one place with the same influences, same faces, same shit, all that shit. I can't see anybody developing and growing or expanding to their fullest potential. Your fucking perception cannot be broad. It can't. There's no possible way because you haven't seen and you haven't experienced enough. You know? But anyways, did it again. Big ass, long ass video. Sorry guys, but I know I haven't been. You know, I've been feeling bad that I haven't been uploading. I haven't had nothing to say right now. I don't have nothing to say, you know, because I'm busy trying to do it, you know, or I'm staying stagnant in the process of thinking, what is my next move? Because I won't. I refuse to just not move around, you know. You know, your body is made out of cells, right? And these cells slow down, and as they slow down, they end up dying off, right? They die. The cells die. After they slow down, they need to stay moving at like particles to stay alive. Okay, so your body's made out of pure cells. If you stop moving, you stop living, you stop thriving, you stop doing what you love, being passionate about, your body starts to die. The cells start to slow down until you become sick, until you become, you know, and then you're unmotivated. Now you've lost your motivation, your drive, you feel ill, you're sick, your life has changed, and you're not who you used to be. That is what has happened to me. It's sad, you know, but that's how the system in the world is. It will literally take something so beautiful and fucking crush it, drain it, use it, wipe it right out, and fucking step on it, leave it to die, you know. And it's unfortunate that the world's like that, and that's, you know, it hurts me to see people go from such a bright color to fucking death because of the world that we live in, you know. So much potential, and when your soul and spirit gets hammered on to the point of no return, if your soul spirit dies, there's nothing left of you. Your body will just decay and rot, die, and then, you know, that's why people get this, you know, well, not, you already got every odd against you, you know, the food, the water, the air is all poison. It's a fucking 80% chance the majority of people are gonna fucking get cancer. You know, I've been sick for the last 5 years. I lost 50, 60 pounds. The doctor's like, oh, it's all in your head. It's just stress. Fuck off. They say that about everything. You could go into the fucking hospital with a gunshot wound to the fucking head. They'd be like, nah, bro. It's all in your head, man. It's just stress. Go home, man. Get some rest. Here's some fucking antipsychotics and some fucking antidepressants, and here's some fucking anti-anxiety pills for you to get addicted to, so that way, you know, you become dependent on the government and the pharmacy, and then you can't travel because you're sick all the time from the fucking drugs that we give you, and now you can't get off them. Right. So anyways, from here, spring's coming, my cells are gonna start moving again. But since I've slowed down, I feel sick. I don't feel motivated. since I came back out east, I'm around a lot of negative energy because it's just a different world out here. And you gotta